Hot night in the capital city, and we start with the Boston Celtics and the Philadelphia 76ers, owners of the #1 and #3 draft picks. By Boston back in 16. He played in the Turkish and Croatian leagues last year, and here he is in Salt Lake City, and we are playing game one. Philadelphia, of course, coming off a rough year of 28 wins, Ron, 14th best record in the West, or in the East, pardon me, and Philadelphia scores first, and guess what? First bucket.
Jaylen Brown is one of the few guys that has a little NBA experience out there on the floor.
Philly collapses defensively on the baseline. Drew runs the break down the baseline, and that ball is up and good. Nice shot. NBA experience, 19 games overall.
Yeah, you can see at 6'6", both teams want to run the floor. What a move. That's a great use. Both hands around the rim. The players, as young as they are, Craig, I mean, they're just getting to the point where they just can accomplish something like that.
Very, very few. Fultz, by the way, impressive in the early going. 5 quick points, a jumper to start. It's 11. He has high energy, and he's got great foot speed, guys, for a big man.
How do you get that winning attitude now to the point where it really bothers you when you lose?
The winning brand, which they believe they're doing, and they believe the foundation now is in place. Game Fultz along with Jaylen Brown and Tatum, they look calmer than I thought, playing in front of
accepting the challenge, and I get the impression that these young guys have that same mentality that
more kind of compact game, which allows him to play to his strengths.
Nice cut, and he gets 2.
Vision like that, but you hate to compare anyone to him.
But he had a great release, just like Tatum has a great release, and I just get much shooting and practice.
Olajay's out of SMU. He slid a little bit on draft night. I think people had him projected, at least during the prospect stage of things, much higher.
Jerseys.
Demetrius Jackson back out to Nader. Little bump, no foul. Push shot up, good. Right hand.
Shooting the basketball.
Now, he was the D-League Rookie of the Year. He played for the Maine Red Claws in Boston. Now opens up the floor. Sixers turn it over. Here comes Nader again, the big fella, on a kick-out 3. Oh, my. Another bit net.
Look, I was the #3 pick last year.
Little coming out party here in SLC. Coming right back at you is Fultz. 5. No, you can play almost every position in this league.
Nice steal. Jackson
Front court. Past Briscoe. Nice feed again, and Brown. Jaylen Brown having his way here in the first half. And right back at you comes. You know, and Ron, when you look at the bios of these players, it's amazing. There is basketball. It is worldwide. As big step. Oh, rejected off the back of the backboard. Petaway. Nice feed inside and a one-hander.
The majority of the players who were big-time scorers are going to be in the West, and you can team up with Isaiah Thomas, who was one of the top.
Bag of tricks there for a jump shot on the right side.
This is NBA Classic, so obviously you can tell with the Dirk step fadeaway there.
The surprise,
a couple of decent players, but I do think they got a little gunshot. They didn't want to wait.
3 were both transplants to the state. A geological wonder.
Well, we both are from.
Look what he's built. I think that's.
I'm sure there's a lot of people listening to us and watching right now who could easily say no to that.
Corner 3.
That deal helps them out a great deal, though.
Boston with the ball. They made just 1 field goal the last 8 minutes. In fact, 1 at 7, and that's an oh my moment. Way up top. Someone told us all that one thing, he's the student of the game. We can tell that, but he also has great posture about himself, and he postured pretty well. I like his game a lot. Tough shot for 3, and the rebound to Philly. Out it comes, wide open, busted defense, and right at Eastern, 7 o'clock Mountain Time. A lot of storylines in Salt Lake City. Of course, we're following what Hayward's decision will only play here in Salt Lake, not in Vegas. But David Locke, this is going to be important 4 days for him.
Well, you see Jaylen Brown hit that 3 right there. The best player was, you'd say Jaylen Brown, and that's what players of that level need to do.
But now the Celtics are getting the ball out and they're running.
Here he comes again.
Fultz with 9. Brown answers. Social media, not a good jump ball. Favored Boston, but it's picked up by Philly. Drew, layup, up and in, and a foul.
You got your star players and you got your high draft picks. But, you know, who has stood out? He did mention Briscoe. He did mention Drew there as well.
I'm sorry, Ron. Traditionally, from a number standpoint, it's the shot off the bounce comes after being able to catch, and she's been good.
Just grabbed the rebound, hands it to Fultz. Here's a trigger three, up and good. Philly making it.
I mean, the air is a little thinner, and the pace they're playing.
Oh, my. Allen went to the rack, and Fultz was there to meet him and knocked that ball away nicely. I haven't seen him at the free throw line. How about a couple of free throws? Just over 4 minutes left. Boston has not scored in the last 4 minutes, and Philly taking advantage.
That's that Bolton. I mean, Philadelphia fans have to just be ecstatic of what they're seeing today than last year. And for the first time, we're hearing teams talk again about needing cap space.
10-point game. Briscoe goes down the baseline, feeds an out jumper. Nice stroke. Just in
Hoop Summit, which is usually the #1 indicator of a future pro, went off to Kentucky and just hasn't really ever developed.
Good shot, rebound. Boston on the run, trying to up the tempo as Jackson leaves it inside, and a nice roll-in bucket. Jackson takes the screen, the floor opens, and that's the easiest bucket of the night for Boston. And a steal. Nader puts it up and in. 2 quick buckets. And the Celtics close the lead late on an 8-0 run. Fultz, 5 of 10, David, from the floor. He's knocked down 11 points, but what's impressive, too, defensively, 3 block shots as well.
They knew the weaknesses of those players. It's the fact that those players found ways to overcome those weaknesses at a rate that nobody anticipated.
I know a lot of Boston down 3, 14-2 run with the ball. A 3.
Yeah, but the Jazz work out about
taken.
Everybody.
They do.
Yeah, 76 guys, David, if you really want the number.
A bank 3. I haven't seen that. Now we have seen it. Oh, my.
You pull something off like that, you're supposed to have a smile or something on your face because everyone knows that.
Under 8 minutes left. Nice move. Slides in. Left hand counted.
You know what's interesting?
With that move.
Corner 3. Fultz gave it up to the big fella. Poitras, who's had a nice game. And Philly's not shy, pulling the trigger.
And I'm really looking forward to that Paul George press conference.
The good news for you as a ESPN undefeated reporter who lives on the West Coast is you never have to travel ever again.
Cold here late in the 4th quarter. 7 straight misses from the floor, 83-83. Tatum now pulls the trigger and nails it. Celtics on top. And it was a beautiful move. Now 19 points for the 3rd overall pick out of Duke. Just for Tatum. He wants that ball on the block. He's got it, lobbed it, hit the rim, and it's back to Boston. Jackson lays it in. Jackson just dribbled that ball off his foot, lost it, stolen. Philly's got it with Fultz on the run. Splits the defense, and he's fouled. I believe Brown got him. Dribble. Poitras runs after him, blocks that shot away. Beautifully done defensively. 3-on-2, Philly on the run. Around the rim and out. Oh, baby, the follow up on top of the. Are they going to go ISO, Booner?
See how he does. See what he does here.
Tatum pulls the trigger, about a 17-footer. Bang! Big shot on a big stage.
Timeout, Philadelphia.
Baseline reversed. Boston collapses. Rebound Celtics. And Boston wins the thriller at Salt Lake. Game 1 in the books.
Gets it blocked.
Oh, the Utah Jazz Summer League. Boston did close on a 12-5 run over the last 6 minutes of play.
Does he try to draw a foul? And rather than try to get a clean shot off, this way you get to the free throw line with at least a chance to tie the ball game.
Well, Boston put on a 2-man show with Brown and Tatum. They combined for 50 points.